Ben Burton from reHeroes. We've recently just rebranded from reHeroes. So, what a typical chatbot that is found in 2023 on real estate websites. So, look, there's three main types, and they're not all the same. So, on the left-hand side, we have what we've defined as a chat form. So these are a sort of simple lead generation form, where someone visiting your website is going to go in and put their name, their mobile, their email. The middle one, more commonly found often in technology products, so in CRMs and the like. So this is an FAQ bot. So it's a way of finding information, how-to tips. The main thing about this bot is the responses are going to be generic. So regardless of who you are, if you type in, how do I change my email auto signature, it's going to bring back a generic response on how you do that. It's not personalised. What we're talking about today is natural language or AI chatbots. So these are chatbots that actually have a dialogue back and forth with the particular user. Now, just before we jump into a couple of examples, why do customer service organisations use chatbots? So they're pretty common in enterprise these days, banks, airlines, all that sort of stuff. And they're becoming more common in small to medium enterprise, and that includes real estate. There's two main reasons. So one is to provide customers with an immediate and consistent service. So this goes without saying, like chatbots are 24/7, they're a digital channel. But organisations that really benefit from chatbot technology are organisations where staff have a lot of breadth in terms of the knowledge that they need to have on a daily basis. Chatbots are really good at breadth. Humans are really good at depth. So if you can get rid of some of the breadth and deliver a response that's consistent across the team, that's where chatbots come into play. It reduces the potential for human error. On the right-hand side, it's also pretty obvious that chatbots are a digital channel, and digital channels are cheaper than human-led channels. Back office workflows can be automated. If you've got staff vacancies, this really can help take the burden off your existing staff. And of course, they can help drive growth sustainably without adding to your team at the pace that you otherwise might. Jump in and have a bit of a look at a couple of examples. I've deliberately chosen chatbots that sit outside of real estate. Just have a look. So this is Olive. This is Woolworths chatbot. Now, as we walk through this, I'd just like you to think to yourself, would you use this chatbot again, given the experience that I'm about to show you? And would you want to have this chatbot on your website? Like, how does this support or detract from your brand proposition? So let me just see if I can see that little mouse pop up. There it is, okay. All right, so Olive. Hi, Jessica, that's my wife. I'm Olive, a digital member of the Woolworths team. I can help with many things like stock levels, store details, or online services. How can I help you today? So I'm missing my bananas, is what I typed in. I'm very sorry to hear you are missing items from your order. Understand that can be frustrating. Which of the last 3 orders was it? So it's brought up my last 3 orders. Now it's going to ask me which item in that last order that I'm referring to, and I'm selecting a banana here. So let's see how it goes. I don't have any other items, and I'm a bit confused there, as you can see. I'm not sure whether to click the top button or the bottom button. Okay, so I've recorded those items. Are there any other items that you need to be refunded? So it looks as though I'm going to get an outcome. This is pretty cool. It's confirmed that I'm owed 88 cents for my banana. And I haven't typed yes. I haven't pressed yes, I just typed yes. And now it's setting expectations. So it's telling me that it's going to take 3 to 5 days to refund, and I will get an SMS confirmation, which did come through. So what was really good about that experience? So I would use that again. I thought that was an impressive experience. I got to an outcome. But it was personalised, so it addressed me multiple times by my name. And personalisation is important because it drives trust, and it's harder to achieve in a digital channel than a human channel. It set expectation very clearly up front on what it can do, and it didn't do so in a way that I had to read a wall of text. I got a good sense of what this thing's going to be able to do and what it's not going to be able to do up front. It was natural language. Humans, since the beginning of time, have interacted back and forth. It's a dialogue. It's very different to other forms of digital communication, so forms and websites and that sort of stuff. And it did that well. I either clicked a button or I typed in and it understood. It was empathetic, potentially a bit overly empathetic, given it was like one banana that I was missing, but it did understand my frustration here. It was contextual. I never said a refund. I just said I was missing my banana, but it knew what I was talking about. And then it brought up my last 3 orders, which was a complete surprise and delight. And that's through the integrated experience, which is also on that slide. So this chatbot's not just sitting there, it's integrated into a whole back end of systems so that it can provide me my personalised, contextualised information. It was efficient, it was quick, and I actually got an outcome. I didn't need to get transferred to a person. I got that refund outcome immediately. The only sort of complaint that I'd have about it is I had to repeat myself about the bananas. So I'd already put in there I'm missing my bananas, and then it asked me to go down and select the actual banana. But yeah, pretty good. I reckon this is one of the best chatbots that I've used in Australia. Okay, now we're going to have a look at AGL. I'm also a customer of AGL. I'd like you to ask yourself the same question. Would you use this again? And would you want to put this on your website? This is your brand. Okay. So if I can just get that little mouse to click. There we go. Okay, so hi, I'm AGL's virtual assistant. I'm here if you need help. When is my next bill due? So I don't really know what this can do and what it can't do. Okay. Your next electricity bill is issued on the 23rd, that's American date format, for the 25th of July. What rates am I on? There's a random solar plans button, there's a property plan. Whoops, it's sending me back to their website. I'm not going to waste time showing you that, but it's just their standard plan and package page. Do you have any cheaper plans? I mean, this is probably why I'm asking about my rates, and I don't think I can help with this. Would you like to speak to a team member? So, pretty disappointing experience by AGL. I think everyone in this room would agree. But let's break down, what were the problems here. So it didn't feel personalised. It does know who I am because it retrieved that bill information, but it didn't address me by my name. Expectations were actually initially high because when I got that bill information, I thought, this thing can probably do a bit more than I expected. And that sent me to ask more questions. And then it sent me outside of the chatbot. Now, the thing is with the chatbot channel is it's that human dialogue. That's the benefit of a chatbot channel versus the human-like dialogue, I should say, versus your website. And it sent me to the website. It didn't understand the implicit context. The Woolworths bot understood that I was missing my bananas and therefore I probably want a refund. This chatbot did not understand that I was asking for rates and therefore I want to compare packages and see if I can get a better deal. It was an unnecessary human transfer, and furthermore there was friction in the transfer. Instead of a live agent just coming in at this point and saying, how can I help you, it asked me to press buttons to get transferred, and I didn't get any outcome. So you're better off not putting this on your website, quite frankly. It's a poor brand experience. Okay, so for the next bit, I just want to sort of break down. As you guys are starting to get a sense that no chatbot is equal, and they're two very big brands I've just taken you through, and the experience that each of them are delivering in 2023 is quite different. Now, what type of chatbot user are you? So there's sort of 3 groups that we think of at reHeroes when we're building chatbots. There's early quitters. So early, and I'm going to ask for a show of hands in a moment, so just please do listen. Early quitters, this is where you're going into a chatbot experience and you've got a negative preconception of what it can do. You're not going to go into that chat experience thinking that you're going to get an outcome. You're thinking, chatbot, this isn't going to work. They never work. I hate chatbots. And the first, as soon as something goes wrong or isn't human-like enough, you're going to stop. Pragmatics, they're slightly different. So you're going to recognise that, look, this is a digital channel. It's not a human channel. So I'm going to have to adjust the way I interact with this experience to get an outcome that I want. And then there's the persistence. So these are the geeks. These are the people that love chatbots and are like, oh, this is great, and really test the limits of what it can and can't do. And if it mucks up, you might even try to rephrase a question so that chatbot returns the outcome that you want. So very quickly, please put your hands up if you are an early quitter when it comes to chatbots. If you are a pragmatic. Okay, and do we have any persistence in the room? So that is what I suspected. So that makes the life of chatbot builders quite hard. So how does an AI chatbot have maximum appeal to users? So look, very quickly, there's seven. What I'm taking you through, there's seven main things that you need to look for if you're deciding to put a chatbot on your website. So the first is semantic understanding. Is it understanding both explicit queries but also implicit queries? So I'm shopping around for my electricity is the implicit query that AGL did not answer. Is it close to human-like collaboration? Or is it passing over to human operators when it shouldn't need to? Human-like, do I feel cared for and do I feel valued? That's a natural human trait, and you want to leave this experience feeling as though you're valued. I did after the Woolworths experience, I felt valued. I did not feel valued after the AGL experience. Continuous improvement. So chatbots are a digital channel. The reason I suspect AGL passed to the website is because the IT people hadn't updated the chatbot with the same capabilities the website has. Your chatbot channel should always be just as up to date from a technical point of view as other channels, or it becomes the poorer cousin. It defeats the purpose of the experience you're trying to create. Personalisation, this is about names, addressing people at the right point in time by the right name, but not overdoing it. It's about the big data integrations and the data that can be presented in the context of what you're asking for at the right point in the conversation. So that's really important, and that's probably one of the hardest things to do in 2023. It's creating the links between the conversation experience and the databases that they link into. Cultural adaptation, so multi-language is the obvious one, but also just little things like that American date format that you saw in that AGL chat. That's some off-the-shelf American system. And then efficiency. So obviously 24/7, is it getting me to an outcome quickly? Is it easy to find? Like, it doesn't have to sit on your website. There's many different ways that users of chatbots can find chatbots. Okay, so we are a chatbot company and we build chatbots for the real estate industry. We have 17 integrations into real estate systems that cover CRMs, listing systems, maintenance trackers. I'm just going to show a quick video just of one of the experiences that we've created for real estate. Again, if I can find this little mouse, there it is, and we'll see how it stacks up. So I'm looking to buy a 3-bed house in Barton. So this is obviously a sales use case. One sec, there's some search criteria. It's found Barton. I could have put in, it's found 3 beds, identified 3 bedrooms. I could have put car parks, that sort of stuff. Finds the property. It's looking up the matching properties. It brings back the listing within the chatbot. It's not going to send me off to some external website. I'm choosing that. It's now giving the details of that property. It's setting expectations. That's what these little green lights are about, as to what information I might be able to ask. I type in, can I see a floor plan? So natural language. It brings back the floor plan. It does offer the option of expanding it out if you want to. What about when is the next open? So this is like a virtual agent. It's looking that up for me. It's bringing back the exact time and date for that particular property. I'm now asking for the contractor sale. Oh, and now it's moving from the nurture phase over to the lead capture phase. So it's going to ask me for my name, etc. So it's going to pass over to a human at the right point of that conversation. Final slide. Oops. What should you ask a vendor when selecting a chatbot? So this is the real summary section. Ask for a live demo. That's the most important thing. And try it out. Test what the breadth of this experience is, which is number 2. Real estate websites, there's lots of personas that go to your website, buyers, sellers, renters, investors. You need to be able to cater to all of the personas that are coming to your website. Does it pass over to humans at the right point, i.e. where there's a high value transaction, contract to sale question, or a great deal of complexity? Or is it passing over when it should be able to solve something? Does it integrate with key systems? So in real estate, that's listings, CRMs, maintenance. You want that lead to come back to you from your chatbot. Does the user get the expected outcome? So the open for inspection. And does it stay within the chat experience or pass over to another channel, be that a website or a human? So there is one more slide, I forgot. Now I'm going to show you what we're working on now. So what I've shown you today, we'd love to have a chat to you. We can show you at our table. But what we're working on next is very exciting. Now I warn you, it might come across as a little creepy. Let's go. So this is Ava. She doesn't exist yet. She's being built by our team right now. You're going to have the choice to choose your talking head, and I'm going to play a video in a moment. So your personality type. You're going to be able to choose the tone. So you want a more formal or informal tone. It offers multiple channels, so you can see there's Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, also just a web channel. And you basically switch on the skills you want. Do you want this virtual assistant to do new business, sales listings, rental listings, property management? And it integrates with core systems. So the next step seamlessly passes over to you in your CRM or workflow system. We built this using not just ChatGPT, but some of the best elements of it.
Hello and welcome to the demo agency. I'm Ava. How can I help you today? Type your message in the chat below.
So we're typing a quite complicated question here. My oven doesn't work and my fridge door isn't closing properly.
I see you have 2 issues, the oven and fridge. Let's tackle these one by one.
So we're not going to go through the whole example, but you get the idea of the level of personalisation that is being delivered here. Thanks very much for listening. I'm Ben Burton.